think we have to, again, as funders, look at ourselves, and if we're not prepared to fund core costs, I mean, and yet on the one hand we're arguing here that core costs are actually so vital, I think we need to keep challenging each other. And the platform can do core costs, can't it? It can do capital costs. So I think we just need to be honest. It comes back to being transparent and not trying to hide things in the budget.
I agree.
And also funders, I think, being clear about what their funding is and how they view different things, because there are some funders who will be very specifically on project funding and there will be others that will be very specifically on core. I think the challenge is often that anything to do with match funding or collaboration currently happens it's already happening, but it's happening in the charity. The charity knows that it's match funding because it knows the real cost of running its service, and it knows it's borrowing money from this funder to cover that cost and that funder to cover that, and they're creating the package in the charity. It's just maybe that funders aren't as aware that that is happening or aren't acknowledging that that's happening. I think portals bring that to light more because you can see the patchwork of funding that's gone into an organisation to enable it to deliver something. And I think that's when you can get some funders in the core market, some in the projects market, but being aware that it's that mixed market that enables the success to be delivered and the impact to be achieved. And I think a portal can make that more apparent that a charity needs its core cost funding as well as its project costs funding.
But I think that's really interesting. Picking up also what Jayne is saying is the transparency piece. It's actually to put out there and say what is the entirety of what you're trying to raise, rather than looking at the individual grant maker and saying, well, they're only going to give me 50 grand max, and actually I'm probably only going to get 30 out of that. I'm going to create something that fits that piece, rather than saying, actually, do you know what, I want that 5.5 million, because you're not going to turn down 10,000 from a smaller grant making organisation. But then again, so therefore I am in the entirety I could be funding core and capital, putting it all together. I think it's that piece about transparency again.
So clearly transparency is a key theme to take away from today, isn't it?